After some rowdy weather last night, it's actually a pretty nice day. We do have a lot of cloud cover, but cooler temperatures in the 70s and even a few 60s still north of the lake. So not a bad day at all. Unfortunately, that does come to an end as we head into the weekend. Your forecast for today will stay in the mid 70s. Even into tonight, it will be a little bit cooler. Looking at the lower 60s south of the lake and some 50s north of the lake. Rain chances are going to go up as we head into the weekend, though. Just a few showers and thunderstorms on Saturday, but the big show comes on Sunday, and that's when we're watching the potential for a pretty significant severe weather day. It's all thanks to a storm system now off the coast of California, been moving very slowly, but it is eventually going to make its way towards us, and that's what's going to bring us a lot of the ingredients for the active severe weather as we go into your Sunday. Here's what that Storm Prediction Center outlook looks like. We do have that moderate threat. That's a level 4 out of 5, mainly north of the lake going up towards Jackson. That's where you're very likely to see severe thunderstorms, and then we are in that enhanced risk here in New Orleans. And I don't want you to necessarily focus so much on the colors, because all this graphic tells you is the likelihood or the probability that you see severe thunderstorms. It does not necessarily tell you how strong the storms will be. So we do think the better ingredients where we'll see more widespread weather will be north of the lake up towards Jackson. But here in New Orleans, we'll likely still see severe thunderstorms, and some of them could be substantial. So here's something else to give you a better idea of kind of the zone we're looking at for the best chance of significant weather. Now, of course, we're still highlighting the Jackson area and north of the Florida parishes for the highest chance of severe weather. But in that hatched area, where that black hatched area is, that shows you where we could see significant storms, meaning very high winds and even strong tornadoes. Notice that does include all of really our area going towards New Orleans, even into South Mississippi and the North Shore as well. So everyone has to be weather aware on Sunday as this system blows on through. Now let me time it out for you, because we're getting a better idea of when this will all happen. Now as we wake up Saturday morning, maybe a few showers in the area. It does not look like a big washout on Saturday, but we could see some rainfall later in the afternoon and evening, with most of it staying to our north. Now waking up Sunday morning, we'll probably see a lot of cloud cover, but by the late morning, we'll start to see a little bit of sunshine. Now the big question on Sunday is, how long can those storms hold off from forming? So as long as we don't see a lot of storms start to form early on, our severe weather threat will remain very high. That's thanks to the cap that kind of caps off the atmosphere. Now, if a lot of those storms start to develop late in the morning, early afternoon, it could diminish the severe weather threat just a little. That's just something we'll have to watch and kind of forecast as it happens. But this model showing we'll start to see some storms develop ahead of that main line as we go into right after lunchtime. This is when our tornado threat is going to be high. As you see those storms now moving towards New Orleans 2-3 o'clock, those will have a very high tornado threat. That will continue into the afternoon. Now by the late afternoon, what will happen is a lot of these storms will start to come together, it'll become more messy, and it'll transition into more of a high wind threat, with maybe a quick spin-up tornado. So there's kind of multiple scenarios for Sunday, but right now it looks like if we can get those storms to form early in the afternoon, they will have a very high risk for tornadoes, and then kind of transition into a high wind threat as we go into the evening. And then by after sunset, it does look like things will start to calm down. So yes, we have that level 4 out of 5. That's a moderate risk. That's very high, especially for 3 days out. It's very rare that we see these issued this far in advance, and that is mainly north of the lake. But as a reminder, you don't necessarily focus on the level, just focus on everyone has the potential to see these strong storms, including widespread severe storms, long-lived, maybe tornadoes tracking through the area as well. So our 7-day forecast, watching Sunday for Easter, the weather for Easter, and then as we go into next week, much cooler temperatures, lower 70s, and we'll see a little bit of sunshine as well. We'll be right back.